Hello students, we are learning chapter 6 tissues and this is video 4 of the chapter. Today we are going to learn about complex permanent tissue. Previously already we have learned about the simple permanent tissue, all made up of only one kind of cells, and this is complex permanent tissue. It will be made up of more than one kind of cell. And complex permanent tissues, all the cells, they appear different, appearances are different because there are different type of cells, but they perform a common function. Xylem and phloem are the complex plant tissues and both of them are conducting tissues. Conducting tissues means they help in the transportation of the water, minerals and food, and together they are called vascular bundle. The first conducting tissue or the first complex tissue is the xylem. We will study about xylem. Cells of the xylem are thick walls. They have thick walls and most of them are dead. Dead means they do not have nucleus. It carries water and minerals from root to the other parts of the plant. And xylem consists of various type of elements. As we know, it is a complex tissue, so they have different types of elements which are as follows. These are the elements: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. First one is trachid. Tracheids are the xylem component or the xylem cells which are present in the lower category of the plants like herbs or small plants. They are dead. Most of the xylem tissues are dead except xylem parenchyma. They are dead, long tubular structure. Tubular means tube-like structure with tapering ends. Tapering ends. See the diagram on page number 73. This is tracheid. It is a long tube-like structure, tubular structure with tapering means pointed end on both the side. It has got small pores. These pores are called pits through which water and minerals rises up. This is called tracheid. And the next one, and through this tracheid the water and minerals rises from the root towards the leaves through the pits. Then see the picture of the vessel. Vessel is another component of the xylem, and how the vessels are formed. These tracheids, they are placed side by side. So this is one tracheid, this is another tracheid, this is another tracheid. They are placed side by side. Then the walls of the tracheids breaks. These walls break, adjoining walls break, and then they form a long tube which is a broader tube. And all the pits, suppose now when this are joined, then they will be having pits. All the pits are joined horizontally. This will form a perforated plate-like structure. As it is broader, so more amount of water minerals can rise up, and this kind of element of the xylem is present in the bigger trees. So they are called vessels. This is tracheid, one of the component, and this is vessels, another component. And xylem parenchyma, now both of them, tracheid and vessel, helps in the transportation of water and minerals. So about the vessels, it is long tube-like structures formed by row of cells placed end to end. As I showed you the row of tracheids are placed end to end. They are also dead cells. They help in conduction of water. That is, broader area is there in the vessels. Xylem parenchyma, they are not meant for the conduction of water. Mostly what they do, that they are living cells with the thin walls. They store food. Whatever food is prepared, that is stored by the parenchyma, and sometimes they enter from the stem towards the leaves. So they helps in the sideways conduction of water. Xylem fibers. Xylem fibers means, as we remember that in the simple permanent tissue there was parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma are fiber-like structures. So sclerenchymatous fiber which are associated with the xylem tube, they are called xylem fibers. So they are elongated dead cells with tapering ends and thick cell walls. Tapering means pointed ends. They are fibers, sclerenchyma fibers associated with xylem, which supports the xylem mechanically. It gives mechanical support to the xylem. This is all about the xylem. Now let us study about the phloem. Phloem is another conducting tissue, or we can say another complex tissue of the plant. It transports food from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. Not only transports food, it also transports hormones and enzymes along with the food. And as we know that food is prepared by the leaves, but it has to be transported towards the roots, towards the stem, or towards the upper surface, also towards the flowers. So this phloem cells, they perform, that is, the conduction is on both the ways, both the sides. Materials can be moved in both the direction, in the upward direction as well as in the downward direction. But in case of xylem, the component, that is water, moves only in the upward direction, because the leaves are in the upward direction. Then all the phloem cells are living except phloem fibers. It is the opposite of xylem. In xylem, all the xylem cells are dead except xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma only is living, and here all of them are living, only phloem fiber is dead. Dead means they are not having nucleus. It has four types of elements, four types of cells: sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Sieve tubes. Actually, sieve tubes are formed by the sieve cells. Now how they are formed? The sieve cells looks like the tracheids of the xylem. They are also tapering ends they have got, and this way, suppose this is one of the sieve cells, and then another sieve cell will be here with the pit. These are the sieve cells. Now when these sieve cells are arranged side by side, suppose this is one of the sieve cell with another pore, and here another sieve cell is there with another pore. So many sieve cells. Sieve cells are found in the lower category of the plants. But when these sieve cells are placed side by side, and if their walls are disintegrated, these walls are broken, then this forms a broader tube. Broader tube. Well, all the pits, these are called pits. These pits are arranged horizontally. Wherever the sieve cells are joining, then the pits are arranged horizontally. If they are arranged horizontally, this is known as sieve plate. This is called sieve plate. In the sieve plate, so many pores are there. Through these pores, the food can move down or the food can move up. Food and hormones can be moved down or up. Now, when the sieve cells break, then inside the sieve cells actually the nucleus is there. But as the nucleus is near the wall it is present. So these nucleus also disintegrate. They also break. Because of the sieve tube, this is the picture of sieve tube, and this is the picture of sieve cells. Because as it is made by the disintegration of the sieve cells, and while the walls break, then the nucleus also breaks. So there is no nucleus inside the sieve tube. Now how the function will be controlled? To control the function, by the lateral side of the sieve tube, there is a cell. There are cells on both the sides. They are called companion cells. And in the companion cells, the nucleus is present. They are companion cells. Okay. Now companion cells has got the nucleus, and this nucleus of the companion cell controls the functions of the sieve tube. This is the structure of the phloem. This you have to draw from page number 73. See figure 6.7, types of complex tissue, section of phloem. In this section of phloem, sieve plate is there, sieve tube, the the vertical tube, and the phloem parenchyma is there, and the companion cell by the side. If this is tube, then by the side the companion cells are there, and this is actually sieve cell. So the notes also I have written. This I am going to send you. In the phloem, we have sieve tubes. How the sieve tube is formed, that already I have explained you. Why the companion cell is there? Because it controls the function of the sieve tube. And then phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber. Phloem parenchyma do not conduct the means mostly they store the food, same as xylem parenchyma, and when it enters the leaves, then it conducts the water in the sideways. Lateral conduction means sideways conduction. And phloem fibers, they are elongated dead fibers associated with the phloem. Dead fibers means sclerenchyma fibers. They are present adjoining the phloem to give them mechanical strength, to make them support so that they can stand straight and conduct the food. And these are the diagrams you have to draw from page number 73. All the diagrams is all three for the xylem, and this one is for phloem. After that, in-text question is there on page number 74. In-text question. Page 74, these in-text questions are there that you can write. I have sent the answer. That's all for today's video.